I'm Luke Solomon and welcome to the world of the Wash House. This is the studio that I recorded my album The Different Engine in, and yeah, I'm going to take you through a few records that's changed my world. The first of these is The Earth Dies Screaming by UB40. It's people will be freaked out by the fact that UB40 kind of stand for records like Red Red Wine and Don't Break My Heart, and the fact that they made a record called The Earth Dies Screaming was intriguing enough in itself for me to then want to listen to it and to be blown away by something that was really quite haunting and very, very dark and desolate, and conjures up exactly what the title says. And it's really reflective of my taste in music. Unfortunately, I'm quite dark at the best of times, and I think that it sort of resonated with me and made me feel quite emotional, and that's why it is one of the records that I probably own about 5 copies of. The next record on my list is something, again, a little more obscure. Something I learnt about a bit later on, an English band called The Quick, and the single The Rhythm of the Jungle, and it really it's very camp and very English and very sort of 80s sounding, but the fact that they were such an obscure band that never really made it in the UK, and I love discovering things like that. I love discovering things that no one else knows about, and as soon as I heard this record and the rhythms in it, and it's just a great record. It's one of those that you probably don't know about, but you've heard it and you feel like you've heard it a million times before. Yeah, I'd love to know what happened to them, actually. The last record on my list is more indicative of a label, really, and it was a label that inspired me to go on and have a record label, and the record label in question is called Prescription Underground. This was one of the singles by Romanthony of Daft Punk fame, and the record called The Wanderer. It was a label that really kind of broke the rules within the underground, and incorporated that with sort of wonderful production, and was real deep house, but when nothing like it existed. And they eventually came to an end, and I was very fortunate enough to put a record out on the label before it came to a close. But yeah, it was the reason that Classic, my record label, existed, and it's the reason that I still listen to dance music now. Once again, you've been watching Luke Solomon. I hope you've enjoyed sharing my knowledge of musics that have inspired me. You can check out my 6 mix on BBC 6 Music.